Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Here's my next restoration, a Matchbox BMW 750iL police car in green and white. It's all complete, bumpers and everything are there, lights are there. It's going to be a nice one to do this, so let's get it off the turntable and see how we can get on with it, shall we? Well, here we have our police car. 2 free rivets, plastic base, plastic wheels. Doors open, glass looks quite good. Flashing lights are still there. Whoop, got an engine in there. You can see BMW. I was off to say a flat 6, but I think it's bigger than that. I think it's an 8. Boot doesn't open, heavily chipped, but a nice looking vehicle. So let's just check the bumpers are intact. Yeah, they're all intact. And I suspect these lights just push out, these rear lights. Front lights are all part of the grille. So already got holes in these rivets, so let's get a big drill on them and get them drilled out, shall we? Here we go with a slow drill. I've learnt you have to be very careful with these plastic bases. A sharp drill is an absolute must. Just a bit on this side for this one. You can just feel when it grabs the plastic. Just grabbing now, bit of damage there, not a lot. Whoops, there we go. Bit of debris flying everywhere. Second one's off. We just need to get to this one now. As I say, there's always one. Close look at that, it does need a bit more on the drill. Screwdriver's right under it. Now it's going. And it's off. So let's take that off. Standard suspension there. Rear bumper. Front doesn't want to come off. It's going to need just see that there. That is going to need a bit of grinding round it, so we can get anything else out. Probably will if we open the doors. Dashboard seats all in one. Glass looks to be held on just there by a rivet. Not sure if that's going to be enough. I'm going to crack it, that'll be the end of it. It's proving interesting. So anyway, let's get a grinding wheel, let's try that. If we've had any success with either of those methods. Can we get that off even? Needs a bit taking off there actually. we go. That's our front bumper out. Now can't get our engine out yet. Sure how that's fixed in. The green things are the hinges for the bonnet, and that's held in by these little clips. So not an easy one to take apart as you may first have thought. I've got about 5 models on the go. They've all got issues at the moment. I wasn't expecting. So I keep putting them to one side to have a think. There's a glass out. I know I can take this rod out. I've done that before and I want to do that to do the doors. So we'll just get a bit of grinding wheel action on there. Our 2 flashing lights come out the roof there. This is now a bit loose. We still got to take this off to get the handles, the doors off. So let's keep going with that off camera. Right, this seems a lot quicker method to do this. And if my voice sounds funny, it's because I've got a full face mask on. So sparks fly around when you do these jobs. Right, we'll try a bit more grinding now. We're near the end. You may wonder why I go to all this trouble. I didn't used to, because you get a better paint finish on the doors. Don't know if I can wiggle them out. See, if it takes that much to wiggle them out, they're going to get chipped when they go back in. That's always been my issue with this. Right, just got under there, and that first one's just come away. Let's hope this second one does. Wait, and I've seen where that landed on the floor, so I'll get that straight away. We've got that, we don't want to lose that. Just putting all the bits on here for now. Now we've got this, we can take the doors out. See how easy they come out now? Just a little wiggle and they'll go in that easy as well. Now we've got to get this out, and as you can see, that's clamped in just here. Can we? Yeah, we can just ease it out and it'll push back in. Right, so that's holding the bonnet. The bonnet's trying to come through the windscreen. Got the bonnet, and that's off. Bonnet, or the hood for our American friends, is out. Don't know which other countries call it hood, so it's for you as well. Will that just pull out? There's a couple of little black marks there you can see, so let's just get a punch on that. I think a punch might just push that out. There's one, you see. Yeah, that's done it. Right, let's have a tidy up and look at the bits. Got our body, tidy, nice. It's not corroded. It's nice not to have a corroded one, to be honest. Got 2 doors that are tidy. We've got a good piece of glass. It's got a manufacturer's crack there. We can put a small drill through that so it doesn't extend into the rear windscreen. That's tidy. Got our bar for the doors. Got a nice grille. Nice engine. Black interior, which is what I would like. 2 flashing lights. A bonnet that's in good nick. 2 bumper attachments, fenders, and we've got a base, and we can just look at the base and just pull those wheels out of there. He said. Because we're going to have to give that a clean. That's okay. You can always take that off. They're easy to put back on. I think I'll just leave that black. It's got a bit of drill damage, not a lot, so I'm quite pleased with that. You have to be gentle with these, so that's fine. The next thing is to get all those metal bits, two doors, a bonnet and the body, into the caustic soda, and then take a look at what we've got, but I think it'll be quite good. Right, we just have to stop this crack that you can see here getting any further by just drilling a hole in it at the end. And that does stop cracks progressing in plastic, and we'll just do that one there as well. Learned that from when I used to be a glider pilot. You often get a cracked canopy and you see somebody's put a little wood drill through it like that to stop it progressing any further. Obviously they're a lot more than your £3 worth of glass there, so that's okay. So next thing is get that in the caustic soda. Right, here we are with our BMW. Get the water in. It's over the roof. Get some soda in. That one's empty. So let's hope that's enough. And it is bubbling away, as you can see. So give that a few minutes. Okay, we stuck a bit more caustic soda in there, and as you can see, it's going quite well now. Okay, we're just going to start polishing our BMW out the caustic soda. Paint's come up really nice, so we'll see how we go. There's one thing I hadn't noticed before. There's actually a bump there. And I'm sure that shouldn't be there, and it's because of this here, which is locator for the screens. So we're going to have to flatten that out. We've got to get rid of that really. So it's just a flat file going over it. I prefer to use manual tools if possible, less likely to damage the model further. Now I'll keep on with that until I get it nice and even. It's not feeling bad at the moment, to be honest. That's pretty smoothed out. I'm just going to go over it with a bit of 120, the whole roof now. Get it all nice and shiny. That feels pretty good now. You can still feel something there, you can't see it. Right, happy with that. And the rest of the car is not bad at all. Can't see any casting lines along it at all. Nothing needs sharpening up, and it shouldn't, because it is relatively a new model. So we'll get the brush polisher on that next. Okay, I've already punched the holes on this BMW. We're now just going to get a 1.5mm drill on there. Right, I've just finished tapping the holes. I'm just pushing some screws in, so when we go to paint we don't get any in the holes. Be a bit of a disaster. Just a couple of bits of stubborn paint left to remove, but the body's fine. Smooth that hump out that was there as much as I could. So we're ready to go. We've got our BMW screen and we're just going to give it a wash in some soapy water. It's not bad at all. And I think this will just need a polish, some metal polish. I'm not sure it's even going to need a dunk in the floor polish. Let's dry that off. I think it'll need the metal polish on it. We'll do that next. While that's happening, we'll just dunk the interior in that soapy water. Give that clean. Okay, that's had a polish now, and it's pretty good. Just put it to one side there, and then take a look at the interior. Right, here's the interior. It was just a bit dusty, to be honest, so it's just getting a wipe over in some soapy water, and I'll probably get some furniture polish on it. That's come up quite tidy. I will give that a squirt with some furniture polish later to try and lift it a bit more when it's totally dried out. Now, the engine of our BMW, if you can see it there, that's quite nice. No need to do anything on that. We've got this front grille, which could do with a bit of chrome pen on it. That's about all it needs. Okay, got a bit of Molotov squirted out there, so we just have to try and look at these headlights. So there's the lights redone. Here we have our bumpers of the BMW police car. We're just going to throw them in this tin, and we're going to give them a squirt with some Mr. Muscle. That'll dechrome them overnight. The bumpers for our BMW have come out the oven cleaner and they've been given a clean, and I'm just going to chrome pen them straight off. And there we go, job's a good one, 2 done. Right, I've decided we'll go straight to decals before we go to assembly. I just wanted to explain the dilemma I've been through. I originally printed a decal for each panel, doors, bonnet. Tried to fit it on the bonnet, too many curves, couldn't get it to cling. There's a lip at the back of the bonnet, there's a lip at the front, there's a badge quite raised, and it is raised down the sides. I thought, if I can't get it on there, I'm not going to get it on there or the doors. So I went to plan B, which was to match the colour of the paint with a decal. Now, what I did was I printed a swatch. I then enlisted the help of my son, who's not colourblind, and asked him which was the best. I printed 2 sets. His are mine, these are mine. So you can see we're not using mine. I then cut out by hand to fit in this door gap, even though I did have some templates. Waste of time. I've already done one side and the door. So let's just check that looks right. Yeah, that's right. So I've got the other door to do. I've got some spares. One's not too good. The lacquer came off. So really, I don't want to go back to print on this. So I'll just check that this looks like it's going to fit in the gap, which it is. I've already gone round the white edges with a Sharpie marker, so we can pop that in the water just off screen, and I'll get back to you when we're about to put it on. While we're waiting, I've done the rear number plate as well on this Matchbox. Right, we're ready to go, and I must thank Diecast Outlaw Luke for that 2K paint, which had 3 dust coats, 15 minutes between each other, and then a final coat, and it went on really nice. So thank you, Luke. Now, there we go. Now, some of you might be saying, well, that's not a good match. But believe me, it really is. Let's try and get it level. And that one's on. Now, I did try to digitally match the colour. I took a picture of the bonnet in daylight outside, put it into some software, found out it was so much red, so much green, so much blue, what the hue, etc. was, put that into the computer, didn't match at all, absolutely useless, which is why I went with the swatch. The trouble is with the cameras, I'm sure you've heard many restorers say, is that's really not the true colour you can see on the turntable. And it isn't. So in the end, it was this swatch that did it, and somebody with better eyes than myself. So the next one's going actually on the vehicle. While we're waiting, you can see the car in this picture was actually quite a light green, but mine's a bit darker. I think that one's gone on spot on straight away. That looks quite good. Happy with that. We'll just try and pop a door on so you can have a quick shufty, which I think is in and up. Tempting fate here, of course. Now the door's not quite on straight, but that does need to come down a bit. I'm afraid that's the best I can do. It's maybe when I get the door in properly, it'll look a bit better look. Let's have a look at the other side, because I have done that. And there's the other side. Well, it's not bad, it's not perfect. It was an experiment I was trying. As you can see, we're back with our BMW. Now, I've been looking at some pictures of these BMWs. This line here, which goes along the door, would have been black, similar to that 5 Series I did of the same era. These posts would have been black, and there'd have been a black surround round the windscreen, both front and rear. Now, I'm not going to do the windscreens, I don't think, but I'm off to consider doing the other. What we're going to do is do these sidelines on our BMW, because when we put the body on, the base on, get it right, they're already built in, look, the black lines, both front and rear and all the way round. So we are going to do that. I've elected to use the marker pen for that. So here we go. There we go. I'm not trying to do the the top sides. So let's see if we've got those both the same. Right, that'll do for the sides. Now we've got these these uprights. I'll keep doing that and get back to you when that's done. Right, so we're on with the bonnet now. The bonnet, not practice this, sort of went in like that and it hung there. Then the engine sort of held it in, a bit like that. Might have heard a click there. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was out of focus. I've just pushed that into there. And there we go. So we have our engine in, which is a V12. Just change the view actually, and you would have seen that. Right. So now, don't know what went next. Got a front bumper, which I believe is this one. I'm leaving the glass till the end because I can't put it on its roof then. So that, I've got a screw in there. I'll have to take that screw out. Maybe I should take them all out. There we go. So now we've got this front bumper and some markings on the top. So I'll just check how they look. Right, the K147 bit you can see there, that goes that way. I think we've got a bit of paint extra on there, stopping that going on. So it was a bit of trouble to get off the first time, so there we go. Right, so we just push that over, that's in. Can put our rear in. Don't think there's any difference as to which way it goes. Check the video, the K147 was sitting upright this time, the rear. And we're doing quite well, aren't we? We've got a lot of bits in. We've got the doors. Now, I think we could put the glass in next and the interior. I've not done the BMW badge on there, it's really small, and I saw on some pictures of the cars it wasn't done anyway in the blue and white. So next I think we can pop in our lights, flashing lights. Hey, they're the originals, just painted blue. Right, I've just worked out how to do the screen. It's got to go in and under. And you can push it forward and it clicks into place. It won't need glue. And it goes under there. Now I thought I'd just push it in and down, but that wasn't working. Right, so we can put these back on because these fell off. Right, now I think we can put the doors on. Yep, so that's underneath and into that locating pin and shut. And you'll see it from this side now, underneath and into that locating pin and shut. Now I can't put it down because I've got the flashing lights there. Now what I need to do now is super glue this bar back into position. Okay, I stopped the video I've managed to get this in this way. What I need to do, it needs pushing home. So pushed home, and it now needs a bit of super glue on there. Just check I can open the doors at this moment in time. Right, that needs super gluing, so let's get some glue on that, shall we? Here we go with the super glue, and I don't really fancy this, to be honest, because it's quite near the glass. So that, it's off to drop. Just testing it for drop speed. To do is hold that there for now. Get one side in, then do the other. Okay, I think we're okay to put our interior in now, so we can open the doors. I think this just goes under. And there we have it. We could close the doors now. It's a reassuring click. Now I took our rear bumper off so I can pop that back on, and that had the K side showing up this time. Right, cleaned up our base plate there. Just got to clip our wheels under here again. So I'll try and do that in focus. I took them off because I thought it'd be easier to paint. I just lifted up, clicked in. Right, I've got the rear sets in. I'm just struggling to get the front in. Just pick that up. That's a bit better start. Get that in behind. And we're in. And then we can pop the whole lot onto there. I did take some screws out, so I'm hoping put the same ones back in, I can just black them up afterwards. Let's have a go. It's biting. That'll go in a lot further. Let's just get these rears in. These are different sizes. Not sure if they're going to be wide enough heads. I think I might have to find some with wider heads. Not sure. Looks like we're okay. Let's just see how we're looking. Not looking bad. Right, let's try and get this front screw in. It's a bit bigger than the others. And there is our BMW. Now, it's like there might be a bit of adjustment to do on the door, but I'll fettle that before we see it on the turntable. I've got to do this front indicator. I've got to look at that as well. Might have to come apart again, I don't know. That's the value of using screws. See, that door's perfect. It's settled nicely. This one doesn't want to for some reason at this side. Well, this is what we started with. Heavily play worn, chipped, Matchbox 750 IL police car. Let's see how we got on, shall we? Because here it is now. Well, here is our BMW 750 IL Matchbox police car. Now this saloon car was an awesome car in its day in 1988. It had a bigger top speed than a 911 Turbo. It could out-accelerate an RX-7 Turbo. 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. 100 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds. and a quarter mile in 14.8 seconds with a top speed of about 158 miles per hour, powered by a 5 litre V12 24 valve M70 engine. BMW, when they made this, wanted it to be the top saloon car in the world at the time. And they certainly went all out for it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been nice to do this one. It's been a little experiment on matching decal colour, etc. And that part of it's not gone bad at all, really, I think. What I have done since you saw it, I've done those front indicators. Now, this is the second time I've filmed this end video because I noticed the screen wasn't quite right on the passenger side. And I've looked on the internet and I've seen one or two others like that. So I didn't realise that the chassis was, the body was bent or anything. And I went back to the start of the video and it's the same at the start of the video. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's open the doors and the bonnet and let you take a look. Well, here she comes round, doors and the bonnet open. A really nice engine bay there from Matchbox. I have done a bit of detailing, revealing that V12 engine. And I've done a bit on the doors as well, on the inside on the door cards. So I'll leave you with this now. I look forward to seeing you again with another restoration. And a Happy New Year if I haven't already wished you one in another video. So take care and have a good 2025. I'll leave you with the BMW 750iL by Matchbox.